All right, what's good, everybody? Good morning, good morning. Happy Monday. Let's get into it. First, I want to hear how you guys' weekend was. How you guys doing? I'm excited to be back. Good morning, Lions. Good to hear, Garrett. What's going on, Jan, Ian? Good to see you all. So, let's talk a little bit about what's going on right now. So, last week, closed the week out incredibly bearish, pretty much on like a no-wick basis, nearing that monthly low that we talked about, or that I've been talking about in my other streams. We gapped below it. Now we have some other sell side liquidity objectives down here. 50% of this wick. These relative equal lows here from August 2024. It's a monthly BISI down here, but none of that is super important right now. In the short term, what we got is it is the last day of the month, end of the quarter. So when we look at the monthly chart, what we see is a very massive expansion candle lower from the open, have about a 10% drop. From the 3-month, it's even bigger. From the open, got about an 11% drop. Now, what I'd like to see and what makes sense to me is we've had our monthly open, high, low. Now we could see some form of closure. Not much, not anticipating much. I'm fully, expecting this month to close very bearish. I'm not saying today is going to be an absolute trend day, way, way, way up here. But today's a day that I could maybe see some buy side delivery taking place. And we need to look at those. We need to look for those confirmations on our intermediate and our lower time frames yet. So as it stands, what we have is currently we actually have SMT with ES at the September lows here. These would be it's not a quarterly low, just the lows of September. Have SMT there. Don't have any short-term SMT as it stands right now. All I can see is we have SMT inside of this 15-minute BISI here. We have this sweep at 7:30 of the Asia low, also this 5 a.m. low. And now we are trading higher, displacing above this bearish for value gap with a bullish for value gap. SMT at the 9 a.m. low relative to 9:15. So you have that consecutive candle SMT inside of an inefficiency. And we have these relative equal highs up here. These relative equal highs are going to be Asia high and the London high. Now, this is kind of a premium spot. Based on how that last hour closed, I can see the next hour getting up into here as well. We don't have any news or anything today. All we're going to be working off of is the 9:30 volatility. So let's see what we can get today. I don't like to come into the week rushed, looking hard for a setup. I'm here just on a see model, take model basis, and I like to start my weeks off very easy. Focused on quality, focused on my process, and just try to take things incredibly light. We'll be focused, but we will not be fiending. We're getting rid of that S&T at that 9 a.m. low. ES already taken it. YM I assume is going to do the same. We do have this S&T with this 530 high with ES. ES failed to take it. The result of that is we do have this bearish breaker form. So you could say there. Something like so. Could want to get us down into discount of this range. I'm not totally interested in it. It's not really any session type liquidity. I still see these equal highs up here. I think this is lower for higher type deal. Good morning, Nathan. Damn, I got a squeaky chair. A potential scenario that I could see playing out is maybe we get some S&T at these lows down here. And then we can get a setup idea. YM is looking like it wants those lows, so we're going to keep an eye on those. If YM can get down into those lows while NQ gets into a discount of this range, I would be interested in something like that. Take him into the equal highs. Something like that. My weekend was good, Ross. It was really good. I was working nights. Yesterday was my first day off. I got today off, and I go back tomorrow, but everything has been peachy. What would be so good is if we could sweep this low into 2.5 of this breaker, tagging this old breaker, create that SMT at this low. It would also be OTE of this expansion range. Ooh. That's something that I could even see myself buying there. Yes, sir. The panty dropper. Figured you'd be seeing the same thing. They've been printing on NQ. They have been printing. 924. I think that 925 candle could pop us, give us a pop of volatility lower to continue this move. Shorts off of this breaker would have been valid. There's reasons to stay out based on the liquidity that we have. We have these highs up here, so I wouldn't be expecting a full move lower. Personally, we also struggled to form that breaker. We had multiple tries, right? You had 1, 2, 3, 4, multiple tries, failed to form that breaker. Yeah, there's that 925 volatility taking you down. Not a whole heck of a lot to do right now. I got my eye elsewhere, so this short for me, while I was eyeing it, like I said, we're looking for quality. This is what we want. Please. I'd like to see us get down into that 2.5, into this for value gap here that's been untapped. That's really what I'm looking at. Oh, that R to R. Real nice. I'm just preparing. Good morning, Tom. It's NFP week today, or this week too. NFP week is always fun. It's tricky, but fun. So the idea is going to be, I want to see us get down into here, form a breaker, slap that BISI, take this low, form SMT, and then what I plan to do is get in off of this breaker, this BISI, and then just kind of ride out the longs up into here. And then I would trade the probably the standard deviations of the new breaker that's forming. Yeah, I'm trading on Trade of 8 via the copy trader. I just have this on TradingView just so I can show you guys my entries because I obviously want to show you guys. So I just have the M and Q up on a second pane. But I execute on TradingView right now. Or sorry, Trade of 8 via the copy trader. DG, how's it going, homie? We got the open in 30 seconds. Get to lead floor. I got that shit downstairs charging, waiting to pull it out. Let's see. 9:30 open. We had that SMT at the low already. Lamb has taken it. Don't have a singular breaker here. So I want to see this candle kind of close like this and then go to form that breaker. Then it can be nested with that 9:30 open. Need an up close candle though. There you go. A little more. Cool. I don't want it to take this slow yet. Great. Don't love it. No breaker. No swing point. I'm not interested in that. Gonna just wait. Right, I want it to see us form a swing low, swing high, lower swing low into our POI. This is just selling right through. That's an invalid setup. This isn't a buy just on hopium. You need to see the proper structure, right? Now that we didn't form this breaker through here, that tells me that this low is likely going to go, which it has, right? ES failing to take that low. YM running the highs. And Q dumping into that September low. So we've got a mixed bag right now. Coming up on that September low. Do they just want more blood today? Seems that way. Here's those standard deviations of that breaker. Smacked through all those levels. Looks like we should have taken the short. uh, it's just been 9:30 dumps so often this month. I'm here for it, but I'm not taking this most of the time, especially if we have a clean draw to the highs here at the highs of the Asia and London session. I can make a case for it, but can't catch everything. So ES taking that low now too. All we have at the moment is this consecutive candle S&T with YM relative to 915's low and 930's low. You don't have a fucking breaker in sight here, so I ain't about to touch this with a 10-foot pole. So we're chilling right now, honestly. What time of day do you mark out the weekly open? 1800. 1800 Sunday. That's the weekly open for me. After 5 minutes, I want to turn the charts off. What happened? Oh, YM is doing what we wanted to see NQ do. My edge isn't present at the moment, though. I don't even think there's no breaker anywhere. Nah, and I'm not about to do that. Yeah, no problem, Troy. Not a problem. $938. 30's open lower. I'm just doing some analysis out loud here. Why I'm taking those highs again from pre-market, those 9 AM highs. There's nothing here for me at the moment. At the moment of looking at this, something I could see potentially is would be 10 AM. However, this looks like we're just consolidating, expanding. I have to wait for proper confirmation of something before I can even get involved. Do you only use SMTs if they're at least consecutive on the 15-minute? Yeah, that's like the lowest SMT that I will use relative to two 15-minute candles. That is it. I don't go any lower than that. Yeah, I agree, Nathan. This could be, I mean, accumulation, manipulation. Maybe we see some previous hourly low, previous 4-hour low SMT. Maybe NQ sweeps that low, forms a breaker. We get a setup there that way. Because I can probably see why I'm not taking out the previous 4-hour low, seeing as it is the one closing the most bullish so far. We do have 20 minutes left before it closes, but that's something that I can definitely get behind. 10 a.m. 4-hour sweep breaker. 10 a.m. nested with 10 or breaker nested with 10 a.m. opening price. Target these smooth edges. Plenty of meat off the bone with that. Plenty. Currently learning your model in the lab, loving it so far. Is the trade you're trying to frame now classified as a continuation or a reversal? It would be a reversal setup. Is that Blink? Mr. Blink, good morning. Considering it is a no news Monday, which often has no manipulation phase at 9:30, do you still expect these relative equal highs to get swept? That's the draw that I see. I can see this being a Judas. If it's not going to be a Judas, then it's going to show us proof, right? I'm currently probing price right now. I'm moving in alignment with it. I just don't have a way, obviously, right now to get in long or short. So I'm not taking this short here for reasons I've already stated. The liquidity we took was not one that I take prior to market open. We have these relative equal highs, well, these exact equal highs up here. I had reason to believe that these were going to be a target, and that doesn't work out. Sometimes it dumps right through our POI where we wanted to enter, but we had a reason to not take it, right? You guys remember me explaining I wanted to see us get down into here and create SMT with this low, but I needed to see a swing low, swing high put in, and a lower swing low, right? So you have to really just accept that sometimes it's not going to work out in the way that you anticipate, and you have to readjust. And this is me readjusting right now, right? Beautiful, beautiful move. If you were short, props to you. The setup was nice. Just not my setup. Yes, patience is key. A lot of you could see exceptional amounts of growth and success if you just remain patient in between good setups. Just remove, the bullshit that occurs in between two valid setups, right? I'm gonna check financial juice. Let's see. Yeah, I think there's some tariff talk going on today. Some tariff talk. End of the month, end of the quarter. We're seeing some red here. Based off of Friday's closure, this does make sense. However, you can make a case for forming the daily wick too, or the monthly and 3-month wick too. So we're just gonna take it 15-minute candle by 15-minute candle this morning. And if I don't get anything, then it'll be quite easy for me to stay out. We got nothing to do, which stinks because I always like catching something on stream for you guys or having something to talk about. Um, you guys let me know if you have questions. Make this worth your while some way, in some way or another. 127 people in here. Thank you guys. I got the best audience on YouTube. We're not the biggest, but we're the best. First time here, cool stream. Appreciate it, brother. What do you want to know about the market maker model? Ella. Nope, bigger doesn't mean better. Okay, we got some questions now. Fuck yeah. Okay. Ella wants to know about market maker models in time. Truth be told, Ella, the market maker model has nothing to do with time for me. It's a framework, right? It's a framework for efficiency in the marketplace, right? In order to have a buy side of the curve, you need to have, when bullish, in order to have a buy side of the curve, you need to engineer liquidity on the sell side of the curve. Why? Because without liquidity, you do not have a reason to go higher. So, market maker models are a great framework for that because you will engineer liquidity on the left side in a bullish higher time frame environment. This could be viewed as maybe a higher time frame retracement, right? Down into a discount array, like a fair value gap or something. Yeah. And then what will happen is it will have generated liquidity at these price points to then be targeted at a later point in time via the market maker buy model. So it's not so much to do with time at all. It's more or less to do with a framework and a way to engineer liquidity on one side to then offset on the other side. Yeah. Now, speaking to time, if you do look at left side of curve and right side of curve of market maker and market maker sell and market maker buy models, you will notice that the left side of the curve and the right side of the curve are often very mirrored with regards to time. So what I mean by that is, let's say this side of the curve took like, I don't know, 45 minutes up into the reversal. You'll notice the right side of the curve will take probably similar to that, maybe like 40 minutes, right? Something to study, but not at all important. What's important is the framework. Video next, there was a guy saying market maker works on time. Well, I hate to break it to you, but that guy is blowing smoke. Blowing smoke. Pump up the like button for brave people. Yes, sir. I don't even look at that stuff, honestly. Do you think the 4-hour SMT will hold? I don't see a 4-hour SMT. Unless I'm fried. No? I don't see a 4-hour SMT. This 4-hour candle needs to close, and we need to form the SMT first. I use the compare symbol trick all the time that you showed me a few weeks ago. Great for SMT. Yes, it is so good for SMT. I love using it. If I had only one monitor, then that would be my saving grace. I got a little. Oh, that's a. I was scratching my monitor, trying to clear up this little piece. I thought it was a speck of dust on my monitor. It is not. It is me drawing. The 4-hour SMT is with YM. If you're referring to this, then this is not a 4-hour SMT. This is a weekly SMT, guys. When you're looking for SMTs, you base that SMT off the highest time frame, right? Is it 4-hour? Yes. Is it daily? Yes. Is it weekly? Yes. Is it 2-week? Yes. 3-week? Oh, come on. Now it's going to hide. It's a 3-week. If you want to get technical with it, it's a 3-week consecutive candle SMT. Let's just say it's weekly, though. It's a yearly SMT. Huh? All right. Yeah, I know. It's like, what? Joseph's fucking with me, guys. Are you able to break down what that short entry would have been? Sure. Right? Let me just. Ugh. You see this 530 high here? 5 a.m. high, 30-minute high, 50-minute high, whatever. 530 high. We created SMT at that high during a new hour. 9 a.m. opened, took that high. We didn't have any SMT at this low to suggest that we were going to go higher from here, making this a good kind of initially just a short into a long play. But you didn't get a short confirmation or a long confirmation, so you would have just held this. Your entry, you would see obviously high time frame liquidity. This is like a 5 a.m. high, previous hourly high, right? It's not a session or anything. It's kind of like just like a short-term high to me based off time, right? We have that high. We create the SMT there. You get the high time frame liquidity, you get the SMT, you drop down and you look for a breaker. Okay. Count your swing points. You have multiple potential breakers here. I just like to take the biggest swing. When we have a consolidation like this, right? When it's multiple down close candles, multiple swing points, I just take the highest one and the lowest one. Find the candle sandwiched in between that, or a candle that stands out. You could use this guy, you could use this guy, whatever. Really, it would probably be this guy, right? I wanted to see this low broken though to confirm it. So really, closure below this low confirms the breaker. We tap into that. That's your entry if you're to go short. Waiting for SMT on the 15-minute first, then we drop down to the 1-minute waiting for breaker. Yes, indeed. Yeah, of course, user. User 859D678. If there's no SMT, will you still enter a trade? Negative. No SMT, no trade for me. Troy, the compare tool is going to be in your top left of your trading view. Yeah, top left plus symbol. You click that, it's going to be blank. Okay. What you're going to do is you can search the contract. So let's say I want to search the current ES contract. It's going to be ESM 2025. You're going to select from the drop down menu ESM 2025. You're going to press new pane. What it's going to do is it's going to create a pane at the bottom here, and it's going to be a line chart. Fair warning. No, don't worry though. All you have to do is click on the line chart, double click it, and then you can change the style to candles. Okay. You can do it with YM as well. And then to hide it, you click on your main screen, like the highest one. Double click, it hides it. Double click, brings it up. Double click, hide, double click, bring up. That's the trick. Yeah, I see the 1 minute breaker. There is no SMT for me worth taking. Yes, we have the 4 hour SMT with that previous low from 3 weeks ago, but I am not interested. No, thank you. Okay, Ian, here you are. Trying to get better at standard deviation placement. For today, I have 3 pulled, all 50-minute time frame, Asia high to Asia low, London high to London low, and the last manipulation from the 9 o'clock candle to the 8:15 low. Is the most recent the most valid, or are the first two just as important? I think they're all important. I think you should keep an eye on all of them. Let's see. So you could use this one. We created SMT at the Asia high. You can see we had 2.5 of that. This one would have been important because it occurred during a session. This one I wouldn't. You could drop to like the 5 minute. I don't think I see any other one other than like utilizing this lower time frame one. 9 o'clock to 8:15. This one, I suppose. I wouldn't have used that one, but it's technically valid. Yeah, this one stands out to me. And then the one in here, I would have used the standard deviation of like the 1 minute breaker. Hello, Detta. Thanks for tuning in, brother. How are you doing? Right, so 9:45 opened up. We swept that 9:30 low on all three. I don't have any fresh local SMT. I'm good on that. I'm gonna miss that. It created. Oops. This breaker here. Close above this guy here. I'm good. I don't care too much about that. There's no fresh SMT. I will say yes, there is that 3-week low SMT there, but like fuck, man. I'm not using an SMT from 3 weeks ago. I need something shorter term. This 4-hour candle is closing bearish. I honestly wouldn't be surprised to see this low get ran. And then what this is doing is I can see this going to form a higher time frame breaker, right? Swing low, swing high. We get a lower low. Then we have something to talk about. Yeah? Let's give them something to talk about. Yeah, guys. You guys don't know about the 3-week to 1 minute fractalization? No wonder. No wonder you guys haven't made it yet. You guys don't know about that 3 week to 1 minute fractalization time frame alignment? Come on. I'm trolling for those who don't know. Hey Sam, my weekend was great, brother. Thanks for asking. How was yours? I didn't miss any questions, I don't think. Some CRT shit, yeah. What's that Joker still doing? Is Romeo still walking the streets of Twitter, misinforming everybody? Where's everybody figured out that he's a fraud? He's beefing with Jade Cap. He likes to do that. He likes to he likes to do this, right? This is his prerogative. Romeo is like a bottom feeder, right? Like a bottom feeder. He likes to ride the shoulders of other people who are doing well, so that he can basically engagement farm. It's like the worst type of person you could be. He finds someone like Jade Cap who coincidentally is gaining a lot of traction on X right now due to large payouts that he's getting from Apex. He's doing quite well. I like Kyle. I think he's a good dude, good trader, deserves the credit. Then you have this little rat coming in and causing Controversy. He does this because the algorithm loves controversy. There's a reason why he has almost 100K followers on X. It's not because he's any good. It's because he's a rat. And the algorithm feeds off of that. So it's no surprise that he is causing shit. In fact, it makes total sense. And that's about all I'll say about that guy. Okay. What do we got? SMT at the London high with YM. 10 a.m. open. 4-hour candle closed bearish. This 50-minute candle running up into this breaker. ES looks like it wants those highs. If it can take those 9 a.m. highs. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Nathan. Up into premium. Tap this, maybe the 9:30 open. This is your breaker. So far, closure below this. Closure below this. Closure below this IFVG or fair value gap, creating an IFVG. Por favor. I got nothing to do with longs here, though. I'll tell you. I tell you. How many points is that? Ooh, 46 points. Patience, though. Biggest problem we have in trading industry is Twitter traders. You're not kidding. You are not kidding. Closure below this fair value gap will have me super interested. Am I super interested? I will slap the fucking piss out of it if we close below it. No, I don't see this as an SMT with ES. Technically, you have it at the 930 high with ES, but I like the fact that we have this session SMT with YM. ES could want to take those 9 AM highs. It makes a lot of sense for ES to take it because it was the one that failed to take the 530 high. Doesn't have to though, because we do have the SMT present already. So best case scenario, we get this IFEG. Worst case scenario, we have to take that breaker, which is going to be a wildly different risk. Should be good to us. Don't be one of those where it fucking runs. I want to get good. I want to get good size on this. Let's mark up that standard deviation. Nothing to do but wait. This could go form another breaker while ES goes and takes that 9 AM high. That boosts probabilities for me. Let's tuck that back there. Let's get that 10 AM open. Marked out. We're going to want to keep an eye on that. I think this might go form a new breaker, and then this breaker will line up nice. The -2 will line up better with these lows. And then it allows ES to get up and take those 9 AM highs and those 530 highs, create some fresh SMT up here. I like it. If not, though, and we get this, still like it. Yeah, it's a bullish breaker, Mohammed, but there's no SMT to confirm it for it to be high probability. This is a 15-minute expansion, retracement, looking for further expansion. This would be a continuation setup. I wouldn't be comfortable taking this whatsoever. How does one create a model with ICT concepts without overcomplicating it, as he has so many concepts? Use one of his models or join a group that has models. Start there and then find what works for you. You're going to have to try things out. You're going to have to kind of see what works for you, what doesn't. That's my advice to you, though. There's no, one size fits all method for it. You really have to see what you resonate with as a trader. And yeah, you'll be able to tell pretty soon which concepts contradict and which ones are synergistic, meaning they complement each other really well. 2022 is a good start, yeah. ICT has a ton of models in his 2016 mentorship as well. Okay, 9 AM high SMT, session SMT. We tag 930 open. I don't believe the -2 lines up a little bit better with these lows. 2023, yep. Morning, Tony. You gotta just wait. I don't think I'd take this IFVG, but I'm gonna keep an eye on this high. I want to see us start to drop here. Close below this low. Confirms the breaker. I'm toying with the idea of taking this, even though this is your breaker. It's not really nested with it. So, no trades today. Yet. All right. Again, want to see this breaker form. Still failing to close below that for value gap. I'm gonna wait for the breaker anyway. I wouldn't take this IFVG. Yeah, exactly, Troy. Exactly. ES hasn't formed the breaker yet, but if it closes below that 1004 low, then yeah, absolutely, it's valid. Do you think having a bias is necessary? I don't like the term bias, especially for intraday. I think more importantly, narrative comes into play. Bias can get you kind of anchored on one side. I think the steps towards gaining a bias is more important than the bias itself. I mean, bullish breaker on 15-minute. There's no bullish breaker formed yet on the 15-minute either. And there's no S&T off of it. So I wouldn't even be interested in it. It has to close above the 9 o'clock high on the 15, which it hasn't. We're at a new 15-minute candle, though. I could just want to go form a new breaker again. This is where the patience kind of sucks, right? I'm not losing confidence in this position. I think it's just going to form the right breaker, right? And when it does form it, we'll know when it's going to work, right? Or when it's high probability. There's nothing saying yet what we should or what we can likely do. Right now, it's still in part of its buy program. We want to see some sort of change in the state of delivery, being this 10:05 breaker, or we go and form a new one, take this 10 a.m., 10:08 high, and we get a new setup. YM is completely not in sync. It's more bullish. It went to take the session liquidity. I think it's close enough for me that I'm not throwing it out the window for correlation. I think it's just the one that took the liquidity. This is kind of our line in the sand here. We want to see that closure below. That'll be good to us. I'm going to keep an eye on that guy too on this line. Okay. There she is. Patience. See if we can get up into that breaker a bit. Okay. I was kind of holding out to see if we'd get up into this for value gap. I'm not going to try to force that, I'm just going to be in at the breaker. If it comes back up into here, fine, but either way, it's valid. So we're short inside the breaker. Let me just set that up here for you. Now this IFEG, keep an eye on that. Also, this SIBI. See if it wants to get up into there. No, I haven't done any triathlons, Russ. I want to in the future. I'm doing marathon training right now. That's my big goal, marathon prep. I got a marathon in September. I'll start real prep in May. No, I haven't heard of that one. What is it? All right. Marathon disables. Let me write that down and look into it. Where is it? When backtesting stream? I don't think I'm ever going to do a backtest stream. If anything, I might make a video on how to backtest properly. Yeah, we just closed below 10 a.m. open at the 10:21 candle. Backshot stream. Whoa. Yeah, I'd like to make a video for like how to backtest, but I'm not doing a backtesting stream. What's my target? -2 standard deviations in these lows here. I kind of have a rule when I'm targeting bodies or when I'm targeting solo lows, I tend to target the bodies. So like in and around this area, I'll look to see if I get any reason to get out or not. You did a lot already, if I'm correct. Yeah, I've done a lot in the lab streams, but none on YouTube. It's very, and this sounds like a cop out, but like it's very hard to stream as much as I do, work as much as I do, and make time for YouTube. I know, obviously, if it's important to me, I will make time, and I will make time for it. But right now, March was more about me and my streaming and my stuff. But going into Q2, I want to give back a bit more. How much did I risk? My risk stays the same. It's four micros is what I'm risking. My risk stays the same. It's static. So I calculate my risk I calculate my position size based on my stop loss size. which allowed me 4 micros. We're chilling in this. There is obviously still a possibility that it gets up into here and then drops, which if that's the case, then we sit through it. Our stop loss is the high, our target is the low. As of now, there's nothing saying that we don't do, that we have to get out of our position. Speed on the left side here, I'd like to see us be hasty through this right side here as well, just to make it easy for us. $15-minute candle looking nice. 30-minute candle looking really nice. Immediate rebalance back into the breaker. Up into 9:30 open. Reject it. I'd like to see 10:30 open and just continue for us. We're on side with high time frame candles. Are you just framing or are you in it? Yeah, I'm in it. I've been in. Brother. My fill was shit, but we're in it. Oops. I've seen King saying about the lab prices going up, etc. What does this mean for us current lab members? Oh, it will mean... I mean, I think it's all just going to be the same across all. You'd have to ask him because I'm not part of that sector. I don't discuss or know anything about the pricing. If I were to say is your current subscription would be would go as normal, and then on your renewal date you would have to submit your subscription, I guess, and then it would be based on the new pricing, or not the new pricing, but like, no, wait, okay, because I don't know if we're raising prices or if we're changing our payment structure. That's the thing. If we're changing our payment structure in that, like, we want it to be longer term, we want more dedication, more longer term, like a new period, like Blink said. If it's a new price, you'll be grandfathered in, I imagine, just like we did with the old ones. So like old, like OG members who paid $65 a month don't have to pay the 100. Like, it's just like a grandfathered in type deal. Yeah, I think it's the payment structure. If that's the case, then you won't have to pay anymore. It'll just be the commitment of time is different. But you can pay, I think, in the same manner. Like, if you could want to pay monthly, I don't think he's gonna say you have to pay 6 months up front. But again, you'd have to talk to him, wait for it to come out. I'm not the guy to answer those questions. I wish I could help you, but I can't. Because I don't know a whole bunch about that just yet. But I wouldn't worry. I don't think you're gonna be priced out or nothing. You short a 10:05 a.m. breaker? Yep. Yeah, I have no idea when it's coming out either, Ian. Again, I just work here, man. I just work here. I want to see 10:30 just open and open high melt quick. Where's that 5-minute wick? 5-minute bodies. We are going to watch those. I want to see us melt through here. Like this is kind of like the wick when we're targeting solo lows, right? Oftentimes it'll get into that wick and then it'll actually short-term reverse, engineer liquidity here, almost like equal lows, and then it will drop. So we want to keep an eye out for that. 10:30 candle. Look at how the last 10 a.m. candle, or the last 30-minute candle opened and closed, right? Opened high, wick, reversal off the 9:30 open, closed mega bearish. We have SMT at the 9 a.m. highs, session highs. This could just open high and then continue to dump lower. What I can see it doing too is maybe, let me look. Ooh. Comes up into here, which is probably going to be OTE. OTE, we create more SMT at the highs. I don't really need to get in on it because I'm already in, but that would be something that I could anticipate. We get up to here. Tag OTE, tag these inefficiencies that have not been tagged yet. Create SMT again at these highs with probably YM. And then drop it to the flow. I just work your man. I don't know nothing. Exactly. That's me. That's literally me. Thanks, Bradley. Yeah, that's the logic. Hello, by the way. I missed your message. I saw it. This thing is so dead today. We're still trading within the opening range. It's early days, Vlad. It's early days. It's early. It's a pretty big opening range. Lots of possibility. Everybody could benefit from a nice Canadiano. Let's watch that 10 a.m. high with YM. There, just got taken back into that breaker. Get up into here. We're going to be creating that new SMT like we talked about. Or the market's going to tell us to fuck right off. Either way, I like the setup. ES takes that high too. Woo. More SMT. We're sitting in a position already though. This could go and oops, didn't mean to do that. This could go and take our stop too. And we could just be wrong. Obviously, for us to remain right, this high cannot get taken. If it does, then we're likely gonna just sit back and wait. And we admit that we're wrong. I do like this though. The potential for it to reject from here. That would be crazy. We'll discuss it. If this gets stopped out, we'll just go into a discussion because I won't be looking for any immediate trades. Get to leave floor. Yeah. All right. Looks like we're gonna get. I guess never say never. I've seen weirder shit happen before. That's a crazy 30-minute candle. The fact that it came all the way back up here. Validation levels are there for a reason. Did I want to see us completely melt through like this? Rip through this area? Nah. I'm not going to close my trade. I'll take the stop like a man, but because I've seen it come all the way up here, create more SMT, and then dump before. And like, this is, I guess this is a good time to talk about emotions too. When you see this sort of thing, it's going to make you emotional. It's going to make you worried, right? That, oh no, it's going to be a loss. Who cares? You executed the model correctly. Like if you were in this trade and it followed your protocol or whatever trade you were in, you shouldn't be worried about this sort of thing because anything that occurs between your stop loss, your entry, and your take profit is all completely out of your control. Your job is to stand by your stop, stand by your entry, stand by your take profit. Don't abandon it just because it gets a little tough, right? All of this can get completely ripped through and we could get our entry or we could get our take profit. Like I wholeheartedly think that that can happen. Like because I've seen it happen before and I have that experience to know that it's happened, right? There's been tons of streams that I've done, whether on YouTube or in the lab when I'm streaming, where it comes up, just tickles our stop loss, and then it fucking reverses. It happens so often. So often. So while it's okay to feel these emotions when it's kind of going against you heavily, you just cannot let those emotions dictate any sort of action. You don't need to micromanage your trade. You don't need to enter again to reduce, to get a better entry. Like not in this scenario. Like if your risk is on, you keep it on until you get your invalidation, right? Or if you get proof that it's going to go against you. We don't have any proof. I don't have any proof based on my criteria that I need to get out unless it hits my stop loss. Yeah. Unless my model forms against me, which it hasn't. Right? So market's gonna have to stop me out if it wants me out. And if that happens, fine. It's a good trade. I feel like people don't talk enough about emotions during a trade. It's like one of the most, it's like it can hold you back a lot if you give in to those emotions while you're actively in a trade. And I'm not the perfect example. I'm not, by any means a excellent trader. I'm a good analyst. I'm a good trader when I want to be and when I stick to my rules. But I have my flaws too, right? And one of the flaws that I have, and it's kind of why I'm speaking about it today, is micromanagement. Sometimes I think that I know better than the market, right? It's important, yeah. Yeah, Bradley, exactly. It's so important to discuss emotions. It doesn't get talked about enough. It's just like, let's ram. If I'm an influencer, it's like my job is like, let's just ram technicals down their throats until they become profitable, or at least give me credit for being profitable, because they'll finally figure it out, and they'll figure out how to handle their emotions, and then they'll look to give credit to someone, and they won't be able to give credit to anyone for emotions, for like how to build that emotional fortitude, that mental fortitude, because they did it themselves. But they'll be so quick to thank the person that gave them the technicals that didn't even matter. You could trade a fucking EMA crossover and make millions. But if you don't have the wherewithal and the emotional stability to trust it and commit to it, you're going to fail, right? You're going to fail. That's why a lot of people that try my model for the first time, they don't see great results. Well, no shit. If I gave you the keys to a Ferrari, would you be fucking ripping corners like Max Verstappen? No. You'd probably be scared shitless and you wouldn't really be able to use it to its full potential until you build experience, right? You build that experience through experiences, like building a comfort level, right? Same thing goes for a model. I have people that have been trading and learning from me for a long time and they do quite well. And I also have people, those same people are the ones that didn't really get it right off the hop and they didn't do that well, but they stuck with it. They committed to it and they built that experience and now they're doing great, right? Yeah, Troy, it happens all the time. Happens all the time. Those are good learning moments. Everyone's gonna drop a trade and then it's gonna go to their TP. It's like a rite of passage, right? It's a good learning moment. Why didn't you close here? What made you stay in? Yeah, those are the types of questions that people need answers for, right? It's very important to understand that sort of thing, right? Don't micromanage your trade. Let it do its thing. Give it room to grow. Because look at this. Now we're back in profit. Well, now we're back near like my break even. And then you'll realize, oh my God, I was worried for nothing. What a hold. You guys want to know how to hold through your trades? Be ignorant. Be totally ignorant and like delusionally confident in your model. Like, and I'm not talking about like confident that it'll win, confident that like it won't lose. Don't think like that. Just think like, man, if I just do this every single time, I'm going to make money in the long term. Like, I'm going to make money this month. It's like, if I just keep doing what I'm doing right now, I will make money this month. Not like, this is a winning trade right here. Nah, don't think like that. That's too short term. Short term results are random. Think in monthly or longer time frames and align yourself with those goals. Yeah. It will be back. Back to my stop loss. Let's hope not. Yeah, you got to have that confidence, not in like an egotistical way where you're like, oh man, this is a winning trade. Anybody that fades me is fucked or stupid or whatever. No, I mean it's cool. It's good to have that confidence in your abilities, but don't let it dictate actions. Like there's a reason why I wasn't pumping short sells here, like why I wasn't pumping sell limits and sell orders up here, because I'm already risked properly. Like just because I think, oh, this is such a good entry, I could have this stop loss here. The R to R would be insane, but I'm already in, right? I'm so confident in the trade, but I don't have any added confidence in it just yet. So, um, back to what I was saying. Yeah, I really can't stress enough how important it is to have that delusional confidence in yourself, but like have it be on a longer term basis. Be like the guy that walks into a room and says like, "Fuck yeah, my model makes money over time, and I stick to it." And like that's what's really important. It's not like I won 3 of my trades today. I'm the fucking man. Like, nah, get out of here, man. Like that is too short term. Hello, JB. And guys too, like doing this exercise where you hold your trades and you stick to your stop loss, stick to your entry, stick to your take profit. Just do it for a month and you'll see just how powerful it is. Most traders who fail just don't give their um just don't give their model enough time to give them proper results. We demand too quick of results. And that's just on, you know, the short-term thinking again. I mean the ego. Oh yeah. Ego always comes back. Ego's always there waiting. Ego loves to be a trader, but like the ego will never be a good trader ever. The ego is not your amigo. I like that. I like that. That is actually hilarious. That is too funny. Ooh. Another high purged. You just got to sit through all this. Creating more SMT on the consecutive candle basis. We created it here. We're creating it again here. But now we have a breaker. Yeah. We close below this low. And that confirms more shorts. Obviously, if we don't, then we just sit and wait. Sometimes they're just long holds like this and they're annoying. Really annoying. But this is why I just get really chatty and I yap to you guys. Because like I'm sitting through this is like incredibly boring. Does your model do around 10% per month? What have I done this past month? It's based on risk. I think I could speak in R's. So I'm not risking 1% per trade. Let me look. Yeah, I did about 14R this month. So if you're risking 1%, sure, 14%. If you're risking 0.5%, 7%. How many trades? 45. Well, 46 if you count this one. Do you trade the whole of New York session? I can. I don't discriminate. I don't do it a lot, but I can. Thinking the stop loss is incoming here, folks. All I need to do is just say that my stop's coming and then it just goes the other way. Do I think we could tap midnight and dump? Maybe. We'd have to create fresh SMT. 4 a.m. Holy smokes. Get some sleep, brother. Playing with me, dude. Honestly, I'm fine. I've been chilling through this one. I don't feel like bothered at all by it. Uh Sometimes it's just like this. You just gotta sit through it. I ain't I'm not too focused on the result right now. I'm really just I'm not even really watching price so much. Like there's nothing telling me that that I need to be out. Would you say this is HRLR? Dude, that's an understatement. This is this is very high resistance indeed. It happens though, right? Look what happened. We trended in the open, retraced, now we're consolidating. Right? So we could expand further lower. Or we could go take my stop. I mean shit. But I don't really care what it does at this point. I'm not checked out of my position. I'm just like not gonna let it bug me, you know? You risk 1%, so that would generate some nice result. I did try TLM, but I don't think it aligns with my personal trading personality. TBH, so started learning your model instead. Good stuff. Yeah, go towards what speaks to you and what resonates with you. Yeah, this is absolutely playing with me. I'm just looking forward to making another coffee. Ooh, can't wait. Can't wait. I might do like a hard cutoff of like 11 because if we get stopped out, then I'm definitely done. But like 11 o'clock is probably gonna be my hard cutoff. I don't want to hang around all morning. No offense to you guys. I love streaming for you guys, but I don't think anything over 2 hours is gonna be beneficial. We'll do more of these, but are you trading PM? Probably. We'll see. I don't know. I'm not scheduled to stream or nothing, so I might just do it by myself. Sometimes I like just being me in the market. Me in the market, just chilling. Oh, yeah. Then yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know what my day looks like. I have to journal and see. Oh, would I trade PM? Yeah, I got nothing against trading PM on Monday or any day of the week for that matter. Fridays are a little bit different, not because it doesn't give clean setups, but just because like I like to go into the weekend early. That's it. I like giving myself that afternoon off a lot of the time, you know. Yeah, no. Kind of new here. I'm not here just to copy a model, but in simple terms, to understand your style. What is your model? Well, this isn't really a model stream, but I'll tell you something. Liquidity, SMT, breakers, breaker, and macro window. Those are the three elements. Those are the three repeatables. Those are like constants. Um, I'm not gonna. We're near the end of the stream, so I'm sorry, but I can't just go off about my model or whatever. But if you continue to stick around during the streams, you will see how I trade, etc. But these YouTube streams aren't for they're for educational purposes, but they're not educational streams. They're me live trading. So I do plan to put out some educational streams or educational content on my YouTube to better equip you guys with some of my knowledge that I utilize, or some of my concepts that I utilize. But yeah, in terms of a step by step how I trade my model, that's more or less kept for the community that I'm in, and yeah. But welcome, stick around for future streams, and I have a couple YouTube videos up already. If you want to watch those, those will give you a very good look into my model. But remember, liquidity, SMT, breaker in macro window. No, I didn't see the trade Kane took. What do you take? Did he post it somewhere? 30-second TLM? Kane took a 30-second TLM? Bro doesn't even like the 1 minute. Why is he on the 30-second? He must have sniped something. Inverse for value gap in SMT. Was it like a... What was the SMT that he was using? I don't know. Not my setup. There's my stop, by the way. And 11 o'clock. Perfect. Yeah. No, I wouldn't have taken that at all, ever. Personally, but good on him. Do I stream every day? Not on YouTube, no. Not on YouTube. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Viper. But I just don't know what SMT he would have used. He would have been using like an old ass. Yeah, I don't even know what SMT he would have used at all. I don't even know if he would have, because he doesn't use YM for SMT. Anyway, there's our stop. Looks like ES wants those London highs. YM is expanding above them. Yeah, there was no consecutive candle SMT with ES either. Unless he's using this 945 and 946. Which I don't know. Not my trade. I'm sure he had a reason to take it that was valid by his model and his criteria, so. Anywho, that's it from me, guys. One loss, and it made us wait for it big time. Yeah, down 1R. Yeah. You guys have a good rest of your day. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate the engagement. I appreciate you guys asking questions and coming in to learn. I don't know when the next one will be. When I do know, you guys will know too via socials, or I'll post on my YouTube when the next scheduled one is going to be. But yeah, you guys take care. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will speak to you guys soon. Peace.